Little backyard get-together between Moravian and DeSales.
Yeah, we like when these three teams get together and add Muhlenberg into the mix, and it's always fun. And two teams struggling early, but as we said the other night, they'll be fine down the stretch. Blair Hall, the place to be last night as DeSales hosted a doubleheader against Moravian, with the women tipping off the action. The Lady Bulldogs, falling short in a recent tournament with a loss to Juniata, looked to turn things around against the Greyhounds, while Moravian took to the court in the hunt for the first taste of victory on the year. Leah Cosi has the highlights.
0-3 Moravian seeking their first win last night on the road at Blair Hall, where 1-1 DeSales looked to bounce back from a loss against Juniata. After tying the game 3 times in the first 6 minutes, Moravian will break away on a 12-1 run behind Allie Blair, who's good for 9 points in the first half, giving the Greyhounds an 11-point lead at the 9-10 mark. The Lady Bulldogs answer right back, Colleen Gavin good for 8 points in the first, and Faith Gilbert, who hits the 3-point shot here for 9 points before the break, combined for 11 points to cut the deficit to 1, and then later, watch as Taylor Green finds Alex Suk, who goes in the paint for 2 and picks up 1 more from the free throw line to tie the game for a 4th time. But in the final 5.5 minutes, the Greyhounds will wrap things up with a 7-3 run. Laura Jordan netting 2 of her 8 points in the first, puts Moravian ahead by 4. The score 36-32 at half. In the second, DeSales rallies to tie the game 3 more times, but the Bulldogs will not be able to take the lead as the Greyhounds hold them to no field goals in the final 10 minutes while going on a 26-10 run. Blair will get the double-double, finishing with 14 rebounds and a game-high 15 points. Moravian gets the win 66-50.
We've definitely been working hard, and I think today we played like we deserved to win. We played 40 minutes, and that's our saying for the year. So I think today we came out and we just showed people we're not 0-3 team, so we're just gonna take it from here and keep working hard.
It feels really great, like pressure off, and now we can just relax and just take it game by game.
Is this a nice way to head into the holiday?
Very nice, like actually getting more than 10 points, beating them by. It's a good win, everyone feels good, and now we can relax, eat, and then come back and ready to win some more games.
Anytime you could come on the road at DeSales, you know, it's really tough to win here, so it's huge, and that's what we just said. Now, you know, we got to build on this, and yeah, it feels good.
Both teams will have a few days of rest with the upcoming holiday break, and then it's back to business as both head into conference play when they return to the court. DeSales will be at FDU 4M on the 30th, while Moravian heads to Scranton December 3rd.
First of all, we got to clean up our turnovers and shoot from the foul line a little bit better on the road. You know, we are fortunate that it didn't hurt us tonight, but it could have really hurt us from the foul line. But you know, Scranton's going to be tough, and we got to be ready.
At Blair Hall, Leah Cosi, 2 Sports.
Well, DeSales has owned Moravian in men's basketball over the past decade. Last night, the two schools renewed their rivalry in the second game of a doubleheader at Blair Hall. The Bulldogs coming off a 3rd-place finish in the Marymount tip-off tournament, while the Greyhounds also won a consolation game last weekend in Muhlenberg's Scottywood tournament. Tom Maikrantz has the highlights.
DeSales was 2-1 before last night. Moravian, conversely, was 1-2. After spotting the host team 4 points, DJ Strayhorn hit a 3 to give the Greyhounds the lead and set into motion a back-and-forth first half. The two teams swapped leads again before Bob Zanio drew a 4-point play, converting the free throw to make it 17-16 DeSales. The lead grew to 4, then Moravian closed the half strong, scoring the final 7 points as Kenny Gullah hit a 3, then Garrett Johnson from Allen hit seconds before the buzzer to give the Hounds a 35-29 lead at halftime. In the 11th minute of the second, Izell Dickerson makes a steal, passes off to Cameron Cullen, who scores on the breakaway. Moravian up 50-42. Kyle Hash from Phillipsburg had a strong game for the Bulldogs. The sophomore scored a team-high 16 points, here evening things up 52-all. Moravian didn't back down. Strayhorn delivers. The junior from Pocono Mountain East pushes the lead back to 5 on his way to a game-high 21 points. But Jeff Cullinan would be the go-to guy down the stretch. This senior hit 3 trays in the final 6 minutes and added a dunk with under a minute left. Moravian holds off DeSales 72-63. Cullinan ties a career high with 17 points. The Greyhounds beat the Bulldogs for the first time since 2000.
We've been stressing manage adversity. You know, it builds character, and Coach has been drilling it into us. So that's all we kept saying is adversity, we'll get over it, let's get the W.
Hey, hats off to Moravian. They played really hard. They played really well. They made some big shots when they had to. You know, we cut their lead. We tied it up in the second half. We had a momentum, and they made some really big shots. So give them a lot of credit. I thought they played really well.
Not only did Moravian break a 10-game losing streak against DeSales, Jim Walker earned his 400th win coaching the Greyhounds.
Yeah, it's been a while. My son reminded me today that they've beaten us a few times in a row. And, you know, I got to give Scott a lot of credit. You know, he's got a tough team. He's got a lot of guys hurt. We lost another player today in the morning. You know, they're just regrouping. And I thought at one point when they made that run at us in the second half that we might have some problems. But we took a timeout. We've been working on our mental toughness, trying to find ways not to get it, you know, too down on ourselves when the teams made runs on us. And so tonight we did that.
Walker has 414 career wins, including a one-year stint at Drew. The Greyhounds host Misericordia Sunday. DeSales has a road game November 30th at FDU Florham. On the scene at DeSales Blair Hall, Tom Mike Krantz, 2 Sports.
Well, we congratulate Coach Walker and the Greyhounds. A milestone victory for him. It'll make the turkey taste pretty good tomorrow, I would think.
Sure, 32 years and just still loving that basketball.